Welcome to another edition of 5-Minute Fights. I'm Patrick Robles. He is Edge Brown. We are the stand-up guys. And Edge, what are we doing today?
Okay, it's Roberto Durán versus Davey Moore. And this was June 16th, 1983 at Madison Square Gardens, New York, or as the New Yorkers call it, the Garden.
And you just saw Davey Moore get thumbed in the eye. If you missed it, let's look at it again. This is the end of the first, and this is a pretty significant thing in the fight, yeah.
Yeah, this would kind of alter the trajectory of the fight. That thumb in the eye, Davey Moore was impaired from that point on.
And you will see his eye. You can already see it's a little swollen, but you're going to see it a little more. But, man, what a performance by Durán. He'd start off at lightweight, and now he had been moving up this, I believe, is junior middleweight.
Junior middleweight, yeah. Kind of this was after the infamous fight with Sugar Ray Leonard, the no mass fight, and so he's trying to get his reputation back.
And actually, this is after Thomas Hearns, I believe, and after Marvin Hagler. And he'd went 15 rounds with Marvin Hagler, but Thomas Hearns, not so much.
All right, is it Durán putting the pressure on now?
Yeah, so we're kind of rushing through these middle rounds, but you could just see this was a Durán type of fight. Yeah,
fighting close. Durán's a great fighter on the inside, got a lot of skill, and he was beating more to the punch and kind of maneuvering around wherever he wanted him to.
And basically, this is how the fight looked for about 5 or 6 rounds, just like this. Davey Moore also had moments, but Durán just doing what he does.
Yeah, Durán putting the pressure on, keep moving. He brought to that speed he had from lightweight. He's still pretty fast, so Davey Moore is trying to keep up with the pace that Durán's setting. And
you could see the eye is now definitely a factor. It's got to be hard to see. The punches coming in the 5th round, you could just see how swollen that eye is. And you could see Durán was jabbing and continuing to work on that eye. Very smart strategy.
Yeah, and Durán also working with great body punches, which were draining Davey Moore.
Yep, and obviously hands of stone. And it was interesting, Durán's power. He was able to keep, as he moved up, lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, he was able to keep that power. I mean, that's just something he had.
Yeah, because his technique was so good. So, he's probably one of the greatest fighters of all time. His technique was impeccable.
Yep, and the crowd at the Garden this night, they were really enjoying this. This was like, the crowd was just going nuts. You could see right here this amazing exchange.
Yeah, the crowd loved Roberto Durán, and that chance of Durán all the way through this fight.
And you could see they're just going at it. Davey Moore acquitted himself well, but Durán slowly taking over the fight.
Yeah, because Davey Moore was respected champion at junior middleweight. So Durán was fighting for the title, and Davey Moore was a proud champion.
Yeah, I believe it's like his 4th title defense. So, yeah, he defended the title a few times, but you could just see Durán just continuing to do what he do, body, head, in there. And just Durán loved this type of fight.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the crowd.
Yeah, Durán's fighting the fight on his terms. Davey Moore's got to try and do something to change the trajectory of the fight. And he's trying very hard, but just with, one eye, it was very tough to do.
And we now join the fight about midway through the 7th round. And guess what? Very few edits here. This is just Durán doing what he does. And once again, you could just see like the crowd is just so into it. They're standing. They're loving it. Obviously, we don't have the audio, but just what an atmosphere.
Yeah, great atmosphere in the Garden. And Davey Moore, who was a New Yorker, he's from the Bronx, he was definitely trying to, be the hometown fighter, even though Durán was the crowd favorite.
Yeah, it's interesting. In the 80s, you could see the smoke in the air, too. You were still allowed to do that in the arena. And you could see, God, this looks like a pro-Durán crowd.
Yeah, very, very pro-Durán.
And Durán starting to get to him.
Yeah, Davey Moore now, as you can see, he's running out of gas a little bit, and the pace of the fight's getting to him.
Yeah, it's the pace, and you just can't see those punches coming either.
No, that's why being in close helped him out actually, because he didn't have to see that well when you're in that close. You could actually feel where the person was.
Yeah,
so you can land the punches.
Well, he about to feel this, I think. Oh my goodness!
Left hook, right hand.
Yeah,
just sat him down.
This guy's starting to think about his vocation now.
Yeah, it takes the 8 count, gets up. Smart move, went to a knee, listen to the count, got up.
But he does not look good.
No.
And looks like because this is the end of the 7th, so he survives the round. And Duran is so excited that he walks the wrong corner. He actually sat down on the stool. They're like, "Get out of here! It's not your stool. Our guy needs the stool."
At least the cornerman went and got him.
Right, exactly.
Brought him back to the right corner.
Okay, he's going to need a lot more than a Q-tip. Yeah, Q-tip's the worst of your problems there. Yeah.
Okay, they said the knockdown left hook missed, but the right hand landed flush.
Oh my God! And we know he hits hard too. Yeah.
And he's lucky that the rope's back there. If he'd went down in the middle of the ring, I don't think he'd have got up from that.
Yeah, he might have smacked his head, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that nice overhand.
Yeah.
Oh, short, got everything into it.
A great knockdown. Oh.
And who's the referee? Who do we know? The referee?
Yeah, the referee is Ernesto Magana.
Because that's gonna play an important part in just a moment. So this is the 8th round. I guess you'd call it uninterrupted 8th round. Davey Moore is hanging on, but he is not doing too well. I'd say he's a little foggy right now, probably.
Yeah, he's foggy. He's tired,
and he's holding.
He can hardly see. I mean, he's in a bad place.
Yeah.
But he's still fighting. He's still trying his best. But
look at Duran.
He's getting outworked. He's getting out punched, out maneuvered. He's in a lot of trouble.
And the crowd is on their feet. And Davey Moore luckily is on his feet. But look at Duran. I mean, and his conditioning here looks so good too. Like he looks like he's fine.
Oh yeah, he looks like he can go 20 rounds. He's just in good shape. And
yeah. So right here, I mean, he's holding on, but we could be, we could be a good time to stop the fight.
Yeah, the guy, Davey Moore, turned his back nearly, so
right.
I think the referee should have pulled the plug on that.
Right. And, it's not about whether he can still stand. At some point, you got to save the fighter from themselves.
Yeah,
I would totally stop it here,
He's getting hit with clean shots.
Right.
No response. He's not really throwing back at this point. So.
And once again, it's not a matter of does Davey Moore have heart or anything. That's not the question. It's like, hey, we got to be safe here.
Yeah.
And I mean, he is hitting back, but
he threw a couple there and very weak shots. But he's not really trying to fight back in any meaningful way.
Right. But I guess the referee is a Davey Moore fan or something, or not a Davey Moore fan.
He's probably getting paid by the round. Longer it goes, the more
exactly.
He gets,
he's getting paid by the hour. So you see someone come up like, "Hey, stop the fight!" Yeah,
because I think the cornerman,
right,
Leon Washington, threw the towel in.
So that's the doctor, is it not?
No, it's not the doctor.
That's not the doctor.
That's top-ranking executive Jay Hudson,
okay,
who jumped in and stopped the fight.
Well, okay, if Top Rank says it's over, I guess it's over then. However that works. Well, we're going to look at this one more time. So
the towel was in the ring, and the referee, I don't know whether he didn't see it or whether he ignored it. Was one of the things.
Okay, the towel was in the ring. Okay, yeah. And then I'm not sure where the doctor was, but at least the top rank executives were on it. So yes, Duran beats Davey Moore in a classic. Another episode of 5 Minute Fights. Thanks for joining us.